Hello everyone, I am Dr. Nida Fatima Khan, Assistant Professor, Department of Humanities, BSSS, Bhopal. Today we will discuss on the topic Heredity and Environment. The objective is to understand the concept of heredity. Before understanding, let us look into the definition of heredity and environment. Now, what is heredity? Heredity is nothing but a stored environment. This is the definition which is given by Luther Burbank. Now, what is environment here? Environment is everything that surrounds and influences child, and it also gets clear from the picture as well. After the definition, let us look more in detail about this heredity. Heredity is the sum total of the traits potentially present in the fertilized ovum. All the qualities that a child has inherited from the parents is called heredity. As you can see it in the picture, hereditary instructions carried by the chromosomes influence development throughout life by affecting the sequence of growth, the timing of puberty, and the course of aging. The child carries with himself several physiological, psychological peculiarities that are present in the parents. In fact, it is the heredity that determines structure of a human being, like for example, complexion, structure of the hair, height, facial features, nasal index of the child. Thus, different types of the genes help in the formation of a body. Like we can see here in the picture, heredity is the passing on of traits from parents to their offsprings. Like the eye color, as you can see here in the picture, eye color, skin color, there are two different skin colors, hair color, there are different type of the hair colors which a human being is having because of the heredity that is being passed on from their parents to their offsprings. Height, body structure, facial features. Now let us look more in detail about this heredity. Like there is a nucleus, and in this nucleus there is a cell which is being carried by each and every human body. So as you can see here, a round picture, and this round picture is a cell, and this cell has a nucleus. And this nucleus consists of 46 chromosomes, and this chromosome is a thread-like structure. Now let us understand more about this thread-like structure. Now if we understand more about this thread-like structure, the chromosomes are minute, thread-like structure containing many hundreds of ultra-microscopic particles called genes, which are the real carriers of a person's heredity. Together, the chromosomes probably contain from 10 to 15,000 genes, of them a complex molecule consisting of thousands of atoms in special arrangements. So, the genes carry the blueprint. This term is very important, blueprint, because this makes the structure of the human body. The genes carry the blueprint for an individual's development and direct his growth from one called unit to an adult. Within this inherited structure lie the potentialities for behavior. Let us move into the next slide. Here you can see that the child who inherits 2X chromosomes, like in the bracket 2X is written, will be a female. The child who inherited 1X and 1Y chromosome will be a male. Now here from the picture, like you can see that genes are scattered on each chromosome, smaller areas on chromosomes. Like you can see a yellow line on this thread-like structure. This is the smaller area on the chromosome, and this smaller area is called as genes, which carries the heredity, the structure of the human body, a blueprint of the human body, which is very unique and which makes the individual different from each other. Each gene carries instructions that affect a particular process of personal characteristics. Like from the picture also it becomes clear that every human body has a cell. All the cells are having the nucleus is carrying the chromosomes. The chromosome is a thread-like structure. The thread-like structure carries the genes. That is a blueprint which makes the body structure, which makes the structure of the human body. So each gene carries instructions that affect a particular process of personal characteristics, that what will be the height, what will be the skin color, what will be the eye color, the color of the hair, the texture of the hair, and so on. So there are at least 100,000 genes in every human cell, and perhaps more. In some cases, a single gene is responsible for a particular inherited feature such as eye color. And most characteristics, however, are polygenetic or determined by many genes working in combination. So genes are made up of DNA. Now let us understand more in detail about this DNA. DNA, the full form of this is deoxyribonucleic acid, is a long ladder-like chemical molecule that is made up of smaller molecules. This is what a structure by which you can see the structure, the helical structure of the DNA. There are two types of genes, dominant genes and recessive genes. Now let us look into the detail about these two types of genes. The one is dominant gene and the second one is recessive genes. When a gene is dominant, the trait it controls will be present every time the gene is present. Like the brown gene is dominant, so the color of the eye will be brown. Recessive genes, when a gene is recessive, it must be paired with a second recessive gene before its effect will be expressed. So the blue gene is recessive, so the color of eye will not be blue, but the color of eye will be brown because the brown gene is more dominant. So for having the blue eye, that means that recessive gene has to combine together, has to pair together with the second recessive gene, then only that gene will be dominant and it will be there as a structure in the human body. So human development. Human development is a complicated process. Neither heredity nor environment shapes the entire course of development. Heredity and environment, they both are complementary to each other in the developmental process. Thank you. So today we have understood the concept of heredity in this module. In the next module, we look into the role of the heredity in the physical, intellectual and personality development, heredity factors, laws of the heredity and the inherited abnormalities. So for today's module, this much is enough. So we have understood about the concept of heredity. Thank you so much.